Before we get in this video, I'd like to shout out my Instagram. I am very close to 1,000 followers on Instagram. If you guys could go follow it, I'd appreciate it. If you want to, go ahead. The link will be in the description down below. Also, follow all my other social medias like Twitch, Twitter. But yeah, I'm trying to get to 1,000 followers on Instagram. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's all good with me. But I appreciate if you did. What is going on, guys? Healy here, and today the New York Yankees have made the stove hot. They have traded for Seattle Mariners pitcher James Paxton, and in turn gave up 22-year-old left-hander Justice Sheffield. He was the #1 overall prospect in their system, and in the MLB he was number 31. Yankees also gave up their number 22 prospect, who was Eric Swanson. He was a right-hander pitcher. And they also gave up outfielder Thompson-Williams. There have been rumors about this trade for a while. I think there was also rumors at the trade deadline, but it picked up at the end of the year for James Paxton. The Mariners have made it known that they're trying to move a lot of guys, and this is the first of many that the Mariners will probably make in this offseason. The Yankees needed some pitching this offseason, and they're already attacking and made a big trade to get James Paxton. They probably will still pick up a free agent pitcher. They have the money to do so. So the rotation for the Yankees next year is going to be stacked. But James Paxton, he has 2 years of control left, and he's a solid option for the Mariners. Last year, he started 28 games, pitched in 160 innings, had a 3.76 ERA, had 208 strikeouts, had a Ks per 9 of 11.7, walks per 9 of 2.4, home runs per 9 of 1.3, and hits per 9 of 7.5. He also had a couple complete games, one being a shutout, and he threw a no-hitter. And he had an 11-6 record. Career, he has a 3.42 ERA, which isn't terrible. He won't be a top-end guy for the Yankees, but they weren't really looking for that with Paxton. They're trying to get their rotation to be stacked, though. They'll have Severino be the one next year. Paxton could be either 2 or 3 option, depending who they get in this offseason from free agency. One of the problems James Paxton has had, his career high for a season is 160 innings. He has been a little injury prone, and he doesn't really go too deep into games. We'll have to see what the Yankees do with that. But normally a pitcher can get around 200 innings almost every year. He's only had 3 years so far of 100+ innings, and 160 being the highest, which was last year. Hopefully the Yankees can push him more a little this year, and he could get to that 180, 200 mark, and they'll get some great value out of James Paxton. He had a little bit of an off year, but I think the scenery change and also the team that is built around James Paxton and the Yankees will help his numbers even more. Moving over to what the Mariners are getting back, Justice Sheffield, the #1 prospect in the organization, and he was number 31. He's also number 4 for top 10 left-handed prospects. Last year, he pitched in AAA and in AA. He had a great ERA in both levels. He pitched a total of 116 innings last year with 123 strikeouts. Only allowed batters to a 195 average, and he had a 2.48 ERA combined in both levels. Who knows when Justice Sheffield will be called up? He's 22 years of age. I could see him being in the majors maybe next year, maybe the year after that, but once he does debut in the majors, he will be ahead of the game, only being 23, 24. And then we will see how he performs. This will be Justice Sheffield's third organization, as he was originally with the Cleveland Indians, and then he got traded to the Yankees in the Andrew Miller deal, and now he's moving from the Yankees to the Mariners in the James Paxton deal. Eric Swanson, he is 25 years of age, and he pitched in AAA last year. We could see him in the majors as well over the next couple of years. So in AAA last year, he did pitch in 14 games. He started 13 of them, so he's a starting pitcher. He had a 3.86 ERA, pitched in 72 innings, and had 78 strikeouts. So over a strikeout per inning, pretty decent. 230 average allowed to hitters. Not necessarily amazing, but that is a great number. He also did pitch in AA. I forgot to mention that. I thought he only pitched in AAA last year, but he did pitch in AA. He was dominant, 7 starts, 0.42 ERA, 55 strikeouts in 42 2/3 innings. So we might see another year out of Eric Swanson in AAA. So maybe he could get his numbers down a little bit. But yeah, AA was just way too easy for him. And it looks like the Mariners did get some great starting pitching prospects, a right-hander and a left-hander with Eric Swanson and Justice Sheffield. The last guy that got thrown in there was a 23-year-old, will be 24 at the beginning of next year, Thompson-Williams. He is an outfielder, and last year he played in Advanced A and A ball. So he's not at the level that you want him to be at. I'm unsure why he's still in A, but he did dominate with a 290 average in Advanced A. He had a 378 in A ball, 17 homers, 16 doubles, 375 plate appearances, walked 31 times, struck out 95. He had an on-base percentage of 356 and slugging of 517. So he got a 872 OPS. I would assume next year he would be in a higher level. Like I said, I don't know what happened last year or even the year before. I don't know if he's had injuries. But yeah, you would expect him to be in a higher level. Unfortunately, he is pretty old to be in those leagues, so who knows if he'll ever make it to the majors. But he was a random throw-in. He wasn't the big part of this deal for James Paxton. And if he doesn't develop as well, then it's no big deal. And the Mariners know that he's not too important in that deal. My overall thoughts on this trade: great trade for the Yankees. They're in win now mode. They have the money to pick up whoever they need in the offseason. Justice Sheffield would have been cool if he developed really well, but with prospects, there's always an uncertainty to how well they actually will perform. So it's better to get rid of him and take the risk, and then you get back a guaranteed player with James Paxton. You know he'll perform out there for you, and he has experience. 2 years of control left, which is great. They'll have him for this year and next year. And the rotation is looking better by the day. That's one thing that they've struggled with the past couple years, and that's what they are fixing this offseason. I know a lot of Yankees fans will miss Justice Sheffield and Eric Swanson, but they will forget about them over the next couple years as they are no longer with the New York organization, and James Paxton and the Yankees are doing really well. Let me know your thoughts on this trade. Was it good? Was it bad? Did they give up too much? Was James Paxton the right move for the Yankees? We will see, though. If you did enjoy, make sure you leave a like, subscribe down below. This is Healy, and I'm out. Peace.